Good morning or afternoon, and welcome to the North Meg High School Algebra 1 EOC video clips. The topic of this video clip is 2.02, Objective 2.02, Parallel and Perpendicular Lines. This is video number 6. As you can see, I have two problems on the board. Our job today is to take the information that they give us and find the next equation of the line or slope. Problem number 1 says, write the equation of the line perpendicular to 3x plus 6y equals 12 and passing through 4, 0. So we want to get the equation of the line. And we know that that line, this new line, is perpendicular to the old line and passing through 4, 0. All right, now, this is given to us, 3x plus 6y equals 12 is given to us so that we can solve for y, get the slope of that line. We're then going to use the slope of that line to get the slope of the new line. Once we have the slope and a point, we can write the equation of the new line. So, let's take 3x plus 6y equals 12. We're going to solve for y by subtracting 3x. We get 6y equals negative 3x plus 12. Then we're going to divide by 6, divide by 6. So y is equal to negative 3 halves. Negative 3 over 6, we can reduce this and separate it. We can make it negative 1/2 x plus 2. This fraction will reduce to negative 1/2, and 12 divided by 6 is 2. That means that the slope of the old line, the slope of this line, is negative 1/2. But we want the slope of a new line that's perpendicular to it. So the new line slope is m equals. If two lines are perpendicular, then their slopes are negative reciprocals. So we're going to change the sign, we're going to make it positive, and we're going to flip it to 2 over 1. So again, we took this information to find the slope of the old line. We take that slope, since they're perpendicular, we change the sign, so this one's positive, and we flip the fraction to 2 over 1. Now we have a slope and a point, so we can plug that in to get the equation of the line. Alright, so we have y equals mx plus b. We're going to start with that, and our y coordinate is 0 equals the slope, 2 over 1, or just 2, times x. Instead of x, I'm going to put in a 4 plus b. So again, I'm plugging the information in to y equals mx plus b. I have y, which is 0. This is x, and this is y. So I put a 0 in the y slot, equals the slope, which is 2, times x, which is 4, plus b. So I now have 0 equals 8 plus b. That means that b is equal to negative 8. I write the equation of the new line. Y equals the slope, which was 2 over 1, plus 2x plus b. This is the equation that we're looking for with this line. So again, you're given the problem. You want the equation of a line, which is what we got. We're getting that equation by taking the equation of the old line, solving for y, get its slope, change the slope so it's perpendicular, and then plug it back into y equals mx plus b. So that you have y equals 2x plus negative 8 as your answer. So again, this equation is given to allow you to get its slope so that you can then flip it and change it to get your slope that you need. You take your slope and the point, plug it in to get y equals mx plus b. All right, the second problem. The equation of the line on one side of a parallelogram, so this time we're talking about parallelogram is 3x plus 2y equals 8. So once again, we're going to take this equation, solve for y, get its slope. Use its slope to get the slope of the new line. Now we have a slope and a point. Plug it in to get the equation. All right, so we have 3x plus 2y equals 8. If we solve for y, which means subtract 3x and divide by 2, we have negative 3x plus 8 over 2. Now, that means that this slope is negative 3 over 2. Now, if two lines are parallel, their slopes are the same. If two lines are parallel, their slopes are the same. So the slope of this line is also negative 3 over 2. So now I have this slope, that point. I'm going to use y equals mx plus b to get the equation of the line. All right, y equals mx plus b. I'm going to plug my y coordinate in, which is -7, equals the slope, -3/2x plus b. Okay, instead of my x, I'm going to put in my 0 plus b. All right, so now I have -7 equals -3/2 times 0. Any number times 0 is 0. So I have 0 plus b, and b turns out to be -7. All right, so I have b. I can write my equation on my line now. The final answer, y equals -3/2x plus -7. Y equals -3/2x plus -7. That's the equation of the line that I was looking for. So let me go back because it looks a little messy. I want you to be clear on what we're doing. All right, we're taking the equation that they give me. I'm solving for y. I'm getting its slope. Since this is a parallelogram, the slope of the new line is the same, -3/2. I take the slope and the point, I plug it into y equals mx plus b, solve for b, and then rewrite this as y equals the slope x plus b to get my answer. So same sort of thing, except for in this line it was perpendicular, so I had to change the sign and flip. In this line it was parallel, so the slopes are the same. Again, if two lines are perpendicular, their slopes are negative reciprocals of each other. If two lines are parallel, their slopes are the same. Their slopes are the same. And you use it to solve for y. All right, on the next side of the board, I do have the additional practice, one problem to match. I do want to talk a little bit about problem number 2, because you're given a bunch of points, and it says which statement is true. Line PQ is parallel to line RS. That means you need to find the slope of P and Q. Compare it with the slope of R and S. If those slopes are the same, then this is the correct answer, parallel. If the slopes are negative reciprocals of each other, then this would be the correct answer, perpendicular. If neither of those things happen, then you're down to C and D. So you're going to find the slope of PR, P and R. You're going to find the slope of Q and S. Then you're going to compare the slope for PR with the slope of QS. Now, if those slopes are the same, parallel is the correct answer. If those slopes are negative reciprocal, their signs are different and they're flipped, then this is the correct answer. So this is a good problem because it definitely checks whether you understand parallel, perpendicular, and whether you can find slope. Thank you so much, and remember that if you complete the additional practice that goes with these, watch the video, complete the additional practice, and submit it to your Algebra 1 teacher, you will receive credit. Thank you so much, and have a good afternoon.